Hey, now it's the Rob from 106.1 KISS FM alongside my broadcast colleague.
Hey, it's Eric Cornish with 99.5 WKDQ. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the Enhancement Talent, fresh off of Payback, the big event pay-per-view last night.
That's right. I don't have to ask you if you watched it. I know you watched it. We watched it together yesterday.
Yes, sharing some pizza and even your girlfriend, who is very new to wrestling. I enjoyed her insight on the pay-per-view.
She's a good sport with some of that stuff, isn't it?
Yeah. I remember my wife, who now we've been together 9 years almost. Married 9 years, been together longer than that, and she was along for the ride the first couple years, then just kind of go play, have your wrestling, and that's fine with me.
That's the tough transition to make. Hey, do you want to watch wrestling tonight?
Yeah.
But no, it was a fun show. I have some thoughts. I don't know if you have a match in specific you want to get started with, but here's what I thought about the show. In a lot of ways, it felt very, very similar to Extreme Rules. However, that's not necessarily a complaint. Here's where we're at, I think, with wrestling. A lot of these feuds now are lasting more than a month. They're lasting now a quarter of a year in some instances. However, I'm not feeling burnt out on a lot of these feuds. I am not upset that Cena is still feuding with the Wyatts and has been since Royal Rumble. I'm not upset that the Shield and Evolution have been feuding since WrestleMania. All this stuff, to me, is paying off. What do you think about it?
And I think paying off is a good word. I do feel like the main two matches last night, I felt like those were the payoffs. At least that's how it felt watching them. Cena and Wyatt, while we went back and forth over how it would happen, but Cena winning, I think, was the right choice. After all was said and done, I think it doesn't hurt Bray Wyatt at all. And I think that Bray Wyatt needs to find another feud. Now, what that will be, I don't know, but I feel like that's the end of that feud. The way it ended last night with Cena and the attitude adjustment and into the box and all that stuff.
With me, I don't agree with that. In fact, I think you're going to see some sort of either TLC or a table match at the TLC pay-per-view.
Really?
Involving the 6 of those guys. I bet you it will be 3-on-3 personally.
I will say that was one of the highlights of the match when all of it kind of broke down and you had the Wyatt family and the Usos. I love some of those spots they did. I thought that they were quite risky. But everybody pulled them off. It looks like they came out of it relatively unscathed. How about that stair shot? I popped for that.
The stairs were used really well. I like how a lot of the match was focused in the actual ring. A lot of memorable stuff, and I thought that was maybe, in a lot of ways, one of the more effective matches in their storyline.
I think so.
Because it showed John Cena being kind of the most monstrous we've seen him.
Yeah, I thought it was very good. We'll see where it goes. But I think that's closure. That's me.
Not for me. I don't agree with that part of it, but we'll see. Let me ask you this. Someone just on Facebook asked me what my favorite match of the night was. And we didn't really discuss this last night. What was your favorite match of the night? Was it, in fact, Cena Wyatt?
It was, yeah. Cena Wyatt was mine.
I think for me, it's got to be the Shield and Evolution. And I like when the main event is my favorite match of the night. But in a lot of ways, I felt it was a little bit more memorable. I thought it was also very effective. And I think Cena and Wyatt was great. Mm-hmm. And for that not to be match of the night, in my opinion, means it was a great show last night. But to me, Evolution and Shield was the match of the night. Your thoughts?
To me, the reason it wasn't is only because I don't think the story was told in an effective way. Now, they had a lot of time. They gave it a lot of time. I mean, they even added 2 matches to this card and still gave it a lot of time.
And it was never really boring.
No, it wasn't, but I do think there were parts of it that could have been taken out, and it still would have been just as effective. Like the beginning when they all separated and went their different ways. I don't think you needed that. I think, yes, they have so much heat. They probably should have got in and brawled a little bit, but I didn't think they all needed to go their separate ways in the crowd and all that stuff. I think you could have got right into the match and kind of told the story a little bit better. But in the end, when you got down especially to the last, 5 minutes or so, you really got that story. We were watching the clock going, this has got it. And they haven't even got an elimination, and we're getting close to the 10 o'clock hour here.
Added to the tension to me, and the old school WCW counting down 5 minutes remain, 5 minutes kind of thing. It's like something's got to happen quick and soon here. Yeah. So that was fun. Is there anything else in the show really worth? There was some good stuff. Everything was good.
Yeah, everything was good. You were perfect, by the way, in your predictions.
Thank you.
Nice job.
Thank you.
Congratulations. I had 2 that I didn't call correctly, but I thought overall it was pretty good. I'm interested in the step down that Big E has taken. I'm not surprised by it. We talked a little bit about that last night.
Can't say he hasn't. I mean, he's a guy who's given opportunities left and right
True.
and never really left a mark on me.
True. I will say he still excites me sometimes, but he does things like that spear we talked about last night when he did that spear through the ropes into the outside. That is a dangerous move, even more so dangerous than maybe a superplex off the top rope through tables. I mean, he's going to separate his shoulder. He's going to hurt his opponent. I thought that was a little unnecessary, but it was one of his more explosive moments in the match. But I think he's got a little further to go on his working in the ring before he's a big star.
How ready is Kofi Kingston for that gimmick change?
I hope. I mean, I loved seeing that. I love seeing Kane come out, attack him last night. I hope it's not just a real quick thing like, you disrespect the authority. I hope that means something for Kofi, but
I doubt it.
I have a feeling it won't. Alicia Fox still playing the crazy card. I still like her, even though I don't like the fact she tapped out last night, but whatever. I still cared about the match, so that was good.
Still
and the mid-card titles, are looking better than they have in a long time. So
I really feel like there's got to be a unification around the corner.
I hope so.
I think they should. Whether or not they will,
Yeah.
I don't know. But
Barrett and Sheamus would be a good pick for that. I really do think.
I think those are the big things that we covered.
Yeah.
That we should talk about at least. If you have any thoughts or anything that you missed, anything that we missed.
Well, Brie Bella quitting. What does that mean?
I think it means she's probably gonna have a baby soon.
I think so too. Or who knows? Maybe she comes back and turns heel on her husband.
And we still don't exactly know what's going to happen with the world title.
That's true.
But,
So for now, Bryan is the champ, and that's. I guess that's a good thing for him.
I would say so.
Best booking he's had since WrestleMania.
It really is.
So anyway, Payback overall, great show. I'll give it. I'll give it an A- maybe.
Going to go with a B+.
All right.
So
Very cool.
there you go. Send us your feedback. Our email addresses are down there at the bottom. We appreciate you tuning in. And of course, we will see you later on this week on the Enhancement Talent.
Have a good one.